Hey everybody, I am going live and I just realized that I don't know if I set my audio correctly. I think I did. So we'll just crossing fingers. Let me know if you pop in live if my audio sounds okay. I wanted to come today live. I was honestly I was going to do a sales update, but then I decided not to because I just wanted to. I'm saying a lot because I guess I'm nervous. I don't know. I just wanted to come on because I've been really upfront about a lot of things over the years. I've been doing this for about 10 years and I've shared, the ups and downs that come with life, being a reseller, being all of the things, right? And that sometimes you have low moments. And I am going to be answering some questions from different that people have asked from different videos. So we'll get to those. So I have some kind of format, but I just wanted to come on and just talk a little bit about what's been going on and how I'm trying to combat that, just being, getting kind of low. The reason that I share, and I'm going to say this up front, the reason that I share is because I want to make people feel like they're not alone, because I know that I'm not the only one that goes through stuff like this. And being able to share, I mean, especially when you're a reseller or you're self-employed, all of the different things, single parents, there's so many different people that can experience this. Everybody can experience it, honestly, where you just start getting kind of low, or you feel like you're going through the motions, or things aren't going well, or not even that they're not going well. And I don't want to say depressed because that's a big thing, but just when you have these ups and downs and these moments of being really low, if you could, y'all pop a comment and let me know you can hear me okay, because I don't know that I set my audio up correctly. I'm using a different platform. Anyway, so what kind of things? So over the last couple weeks, I did a video. What was it called? I did a video, one of probably my last videos that I put up, and it was like, it isn't you. And it was just trying to push through some of the struggles from reselling. And most of the comments on that were really good. And I don't normally, thank you guys for letting me know you can hear me. I don't really engage with negative comments a lot, but sometimes you can't help it. You're a human, right? And things kind of like, ow, you know. So there was a comment there that kind of bugged me, and that wasn't really what got me low. It was that I was already feeling that, and like in that video wanting to share motivation and say like, look, this is what's going on with me, and I know that you guys can identify with this, and this is what I'm doing to try to combat, you know sorry. If you make videos, you may, or just talking to people, when you're like, I really want to go talk to people, but I feel like at any moment I might just start crying. That's how I'm feeling. Like before I went live, I was like, should I really do this? But I really wanted to because it's reality. And like I said, I know a lot of you guys are single, like single parents like Lindy, uh, and or taking care of, adults, grown-ups, parents, having to take care of children that are special needs, and you're doing reselling or whatever. I'm stumbling around. But you can identify with that feeling of like every day doing this, going through these motions, doing these same things. And not that it's a thankless job, but you just get in a rut where you're feeling pretty low, and you don't want to do anything. So it's kind of like that. And I don't want to use the word depressed because, like I said, that's a much bigger thing. But I'm definitely in a low point, and I'm trying to like get myself. I'm usually pretty good about like recognizing when that like decline starts happening, and I can do things to help myself turn it around and get back on good footing. But the last, I'd say, week or so has been really a steady decline of like roughness. I will say I have been working on a lot of merch by Amazon stuff, creating print on demand stuff, listing items, but I just have really struggled getting on making videos. I think because I just didn't feel like I could talk. And so that's another reason I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this today. This morning I woke up. I mean, the last few days, and you guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I used to make a video every single day without fail for probably 8 of the 10 years that I've been doing this. And just the last week or so, I'm like, I physically feel like I cannot do this. And so last night I was like, no, you're going to do this tomorrow. You're doing this. So then this morning I woke up, I'm like, I don't know. And so I was like, nope, go in there, get some makeup on, fix your hair. You're doing this today. So like I said, I was prepping a sales update, but I just couldn't put a smile on my face. I couldn't, I didn't feel I could fake it and like put a smile on my face and come and like, let's see what sold. So I just wanted to come and really share with you that that was what was going on, because again, I know that this is something that's a reality, whether this is happening to you right now or happening to you later, or has happened. It's something that you can identify with. And if you are working from home, caring for others, whatever it is, but feeling that isolation can be really, really big. So thanks, you guys. I'm going to go through and I am live. So thank you guys very much for letting me know you could hear me. And thank you, Alice, for letting me know you can relate to the reselling aspect and other things. Thank you. You messaged about how to pack breakable stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. I did a video recently about shipping some breakable things. Yeah. And Lindy says, I was a single mom who left a bad situation. It can be exhausting just for making decisions alone, but we can do it. My kid's nice, aerospace engineer. I think that's part of it too. Like, and I will share, normally I block out the people's names, but I'm like, screw it. But I think being a single parent or a caregiver in any way, I don't want to just single out just single parents, but caregivers of people, of parents, because, there have been times when, when my grandmother was really sick and, we were having, and at least in that case, we were trading off. My mom definitely took the biggest chunk of that, but it's really challenging. And as a single mom, I think some people, like I've had people question, how I do it. And they're like, oh, you must get, what do you call it? Spousal support or alimony. And I'm like, I don't get alimony. I don't get spousal support. I mean, especially since we've moved, like there's not even a person that can help me at all, and when we were in Austin, in Texas, still like it was hit or miss. The first probably 2-3 years that I was divorced, my kids didn't even spend the night at their father's house. It was like if I got 45 minutes to 2 hours, I was good, for a break. So just people making assumptions about stuff like that. And I'm not saying like it can't be done, because obviously, but to know like it's hard to be, how did you put it, to be that only person making all the decisions. It's like, okay, got to get up, I'm homeschool and I homeschool my kids. So getting up, getting ready, making breakfast, homeschooling, because that's our schedule. Like school's back on. We're homeschooling probably until about 1-2 o'clock, and then in the mix of that, like making lunch, also trying to squeeze in some work, getting myself ready for the day, then the afternoon, just like boom, 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 like, so it's tough. And then be like, oh yeah, and then there's dinner, and oh, all these phone calls. There's nobody else that can be like, okay, Tag, you're it. Can you take the kids here? Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta go get blood work. And just like you're it. Like in that situation, if you're in the same, you're totally it. Yeah. See, my videos I haven't done any. Yeah, it must be the weather or something, right? Yeah, sometimes getting motivated can be really, really hard. And I think that's it, Relic Bind. For me, that's why I was like, I'm gonna go live before I do this other video. I just need to get this out and like talk to my people, my friends, right? And just say, this is what's going on, because I think trying to push through it and pretend is inauthentic. And I think it's more helpful to be upfront about struggles than pretending like everybody, and I'm not criticizing any other resellers or YouTubers or whatever, but I think it's inauthentic to pretend like everything is wonderful all the time and look how magnificent my life is. And, then it makes other people feel like, well, damn, what am I doing wrong? what's going on here? Why can't, Margaret can do it and she's got all this other stuff going on in her life, and like, how come I'm having a problem? It just, I think doing that really can discourage others and make them feel like something's, yeah. Um, no money, that's crap. I know. But it was just the way it shook out, right? Mercury's, a friend of mine was telling me this. Mercury's in retrograde. I'm very lucky that I have a couple friends that I Marco Polo with. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that app. It's kind of like texting, but little videos back and forth. So, and that's been a really good lifeline for me. Pardon me. Yeah. So you didn't. Yeah. You either. So didn't want to spend my life in court. Yeah. Totally. Um. Oh yeah. See, and the chat GPT, like, here's my thing. When I start getting like this and I'm like, everything seems like it's all over the place, I'm going to make a schedule. I'm super good about making schedules. And it'll last for like a week. And then things get off because it just does. And we have a loose schedule, which we always fall back to, which is kind of what I just described with, getting up. Summertime too. Like summertime really throws us for a loop as homeschoolers because we have that schedule. And then summer, we haven't figured out a way to like put the other things in the place of that. So that's made it hard. And then, us just moving to Colorado, it's been a year now, but I feel very responsible as my kids' mom and as their educator to make sure that they're having enough social engagements, finding a way to make friends. So there's that whole other pressure on top of it, having moved and like not having that support and friendships. And even for myself, like, okay, time to make friends for me now. Or, even thinking about dating is like, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, I don't have time for that. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Totally. Dog Days of Summer, Barb. Definitely. Okay, so if y'all have questions as we go along, I'm gonna start sharing some of these. And I didn't block out names of ugly ones because why anymore, right? You feel the need that you can say ugly stuff to me. I'm like, well, all right, here we go. So this was the one that was kind of just, I circled around it a couple times. Hi. Oh my gosh, Chris, nice to see you. You popped in on a good one. I've been working you'd be so proud of me, Chris. I've been working so hard on merch these last few days. I don't know if you're still doing merch, but hi, you. So, so this was from Diana. She said, I wish it didn't sound like you're whining sometimes. Being divorced with children is not a special thing. Probably 60% of people are living in that reality. Otherwise, okay. Yeah. So my response to that would be, the polite response to that is compassion much. The thing is, I don't see myself as whining. I see myself as being realistic and trying to help other people that might be in the same situation, feel not alone. And yeah, I get being divorced with children is the reality for a lot of people. But a lot of, and again, not making excuses or like, but not a lot of people also homeschool their kids, are the sole provider for their children, all of these different things, which I know are choices, which I share that all the time. I get it, they're choices. But yeah, why say that? And that's my nice response. My other response is not as PG-13. So it's much more. Okay, let's see. Supper's ready. Okay, yeah. Enjoy your dinner tonight. All right, so next up is the let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit. Think you're great attitude. Appreciate what you share. Thanks for not letting negative comments stop you. So I don't always, like I said, I don't always share negative stuff, but I don't know. I feel like, why not today? I just feel like it. I know, right? I can't believe yeah. And the thing is the amount that I share, isn't even everything, because there's a lot of stuff that I keep private, especially like stuff about my children. There's a lot of stuff about my children that goes on, and I get everybody's got stuff. I get it, but there's a lot of stuff I keep really private. So people, just don't even watch then if you don't like it. It's fine. All right, so actually reselling related. Here we go. So this this is in one of my videos, and I get this question a lot. That's the reason I brought this one up. Somebody will ask me about like, oh, I saw a Coach wallet or a Coach purse. Why didn't you get that? So I don't pick up a lot of coach stuff unless I feel like it's one authentic. And sometimes the thrift stores price coach stuff way too high. And if there's a lot of cleaning involved, like I don't even want to deal with that because I know with everything else going on, unless there's a lot of money in something, I'm not going to spend the time to clean it. So with coach type things, if it's leather and it looks pretty decent, I'll get it. But if it looks like it came from the Coach outlet, did I just say that? I feel like I did. Then usually I just say, I'm gonna pass on that. Yeah. If you make your rule is if you make 20 bucks, I buy it. Barb says it's healthy to share. We all have manure. Yeah, it helps sometimes just to say. And I do feel like it helps other people when they're like, I am going through something very similar, you know, definitely. Okay, let me get myself smaller so you can see this one better. All right, next comment. Oh, and this one actually was very helpful, and I appreciate Derek commenting this. I get the sense that you're spreading yourself too thin, trying to keep too many plates spinning at once. Don't be afraid to hit the brakes and shift into neutral. This comment actually made me feel really good about taking this, hiatus for a few days of not making videos and just doing something else. But it was another plate that I was spinning. But don't be afraid to hit the brakes and shift into neutral or even reverse until you catch your breath. Sometimes the best plan of attack is just simply to pause, re-examine the battlefield, and incorporate what you learned into a better, yet less risky, aggressive strategy. When you don't have the help you need and you're starting to feel like you're losing the battle, it's probably when it's time to change the rules and reset yourself for a better position to win, even if your victories are smaller. And I agree, that was a really kind way to put that. And so I did, just try to take a step back from making the videos, and I've been working on tons and tons of print on demand stuff over the last few days, it's good and bad because we've been watching a lot of The Office. We're rewatching The Office. So I would just sit on the couch and just smash out shirt designs for Amazon and just watch watch The Office, trying to find something funny. That's the thing. Like after some of the episodes, I'm like, okay, I can't do it anymore. I put something else on. But trying to find something funny and uplifting, and then shifting gears into something else. So I'm still being productive, but just yeah, I don't know. Yeah, then it becomes a job, not a passion. Totally. Yeah. So, and that's the thing. Like the whole reason I wanted to do this is because I enjoy it a lot. So the next question is, what are some of the, oh, you can't see it so big. What are some of the freebie sites? My go-to freebie. Hang on. I think I accidentally like slid it over to the old. Hopefully, let me know if I'm still live. Yeah, I had an oops. Let me open this back up. Well, I hopefully am still live, but it says live that I am. Okay. Some of the freebie sites. I have some of the freebie sites that I like to go to find free things to resell. If you're on Facebook, most neighborhoods have something called a buy nothing group. So buy nothing for your neighborhood. And the thing is, you've got to check the rules for your buy nothing group, because the one when I was in Austin, the rule was whatever, just get it, and once it's yours, right? But the one here is very strict about reselling, and they're like, no resellers. So that kind of stinks. But I still stay in it because I might find stuff or need to shift things around here. But there are other like free in your town. There's lots of different ways on Facebook. There's lots of, and then just Facebook Marketplace. And I will say, so Facebook Marketplace, there's an app called Freebie Alerts, and you put it on your phone and put in like where you are, and it pulls in all the freebies from Facebook Marketplace in your area, Craigslist, Nextdoor. There's like 4 or 5 different places where it pulls freebies in, and then you just get these alerts like all day, and you like go to it and say I'm interested, and you can get it. So there's lots of different places to get freebies, but those are my go-to freebie stuff. Oh wait, hang on, let's see. Chris says, yeah, I'm still doing merch. Also, none of my new designs are selling. Right? I was looking at that too. I'm finally getting some that are selling from local. I'm not even going to share this time. I'm usually a big sharer on what I'm doing, but like, I'll give you a hint. Give me 80 something days, and then I'll tell you what's been selling. So, but a lot of the stuff, Chris, from like when we used to do merch talk, that's the stuff that's selling. Like some of those funny ones that I would do that y'all would make fun of me, not make fun of me, but like the mermaid hot dogs and stuff. Weird things are selling, right? What motivates me is I get totally money coming in. Okay, next question. Here we go. I am very new. How do you list an item if you have no background information on it? So if I don't, there's a few different ways. Like it depends on what it is. If I'm able to look it up, then I will. I wish I could the way I could show it on here. And there we go. If there's enough for me to look it up, then I'll just Google what it is. Or you can take a Google image, you can take a picture of it and do a Google image search and find something that pulls up like it. How else? Just looking on eBay for the item and also on List Perfectly. This is a new feature on there, which I shared on. Did I post that video or did I just make it and not post it yet? That's a good question. There's a feature on List Perfectly. I'm really good about recording a bunch of videos all at once and then I don't edit them. So I can't remember if I made this one or not. But there's a feature called Listing Assistant on List Perfectly, which is a site that I use to cross post on all these different platforms. But with Listing Assistant, it's kind of like eBay's AI, but way better. So you drop the pictures in and it creates the listing for you because it analyzes all the pictures and it like looks at the measurements and the marks on it and it reads. I don't know how it does it. It's just fantastic. So, and then it creates your listing and searches like other eBay listings and other like Google search stuff. And it comes up with a really cool listing that has saved so much time. And I've only found like a couple errors. And sometimes I'll just add a little bit about the condition if it doesn't catch all the condition issues. Oh my gosh, it's such a big time saver. Oh my gosh. Okay, next. So I'm wondering what site you use to find garage sales. For garage sales, I use Facebook. Like a lot of times here it's weird. People will post their garage sales in like their Facebook neighborhood group, but then they won't put it anywhere else, like on Craigslist or some of the other sites. So it's been kind of strange here finding them. But the two main apps I use are Garage Sailor and Yard Sale Treasure Map. Those are my favorites. Then, if y'all are watching live, if y'all have any questions, then let me know. I'll keep going through these. Tina asked do you find taking really good quality photos is a must? I've passed over jewelry where someone just threw their necklace on a counter. It feels like they're saying, there you go, peasant. So on my eBay page, I've been really good about taking high quality pictures. I agree. I think a picture's worth 1,000 words. Your picture can sell an item. I will say that some people sell things and their pictures are just like, meh, whatever. So I guess it's strategy, but I like to, maybe it's an OCD thing for me. I like to look at my photos and be proud of what they look like. But I mean, that's just me. So I like to say, yeah, that's my photo. I think also too, because I make videos about reselling on eBay, I feel like I maybe should do a little bit better. I have gotten away. I used to be a stickler about not having hands in the photos, but I'm like, you know what? It's real. It's reality. As long as your hands are clean, whatever, because there's sometimes I'm like, I need to turn it so I can like, yeah, you just got to do what you got to do. All right, next one. Oh, is that the last one? No, there you go. Do I list? Oh, this is about List Perfectly. Do you list everything on List Perfectly and then put it on eBay or Etsy? Or do you just list on eBay and upload it into List Perfectly? You could do it either way. So with List Perfectly, like you could put all your listings there and then shoot them out to all the different platforms. Or if you're like, oh my gosh, I already have 500 things on eBay, it's going to take me forever. You can go straight from eBay or whatever, Etsy, and there's like a little button to click, these little arrows that are crisscrossing, and you just click that, and then it'll send it to the different sites from whatever platform you're on. So you don't have to like get everything over there first and then send it out. You can do it from Mercari or Poshmark or wherever and click the little button and it'll send it to all the places. And then you can even send it to List Perfectly. Because I've shared, like, because during the time when we were moving from Texas to Colorado, and after 90 days, if your shop doesn't, if your things aren't up on eBay, they even remove it from your unsold. So I was like, all of my listings luckily were in List Perfectly. Yay. Okay, next question. Thanks for being here, you guys. I totally appreciate that. Let's see. Okay, I did that question. Did I put the same one out there twice? Maybe I did. Okay. All right. I think I did all the questions. If y'all don't have any questions, I just want to say thanks for being here and taking the minute to listen. I feel like I maybe wasn't speaking as coherently as I would like to have, but I think maybe you got the idea of what what was trying to get across to you. And usually, like I would say, this made me feel so much better and just getting on. But I think I still have some turning my attitude around to do. Oh, thanks. Okay. So yeah, List Perfectly can also do that. It can also delist items for you. It's really good. I know I did a video on that one. One of them got posted already. I'm not sure which one it was, but I think it was the delist one. But that's come in super handy because a lot of times I'm out running around with the kids and the item sells and I can't like pull my phone out right away and I got to make sure everything comes down. Yeah. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. I know I'm going to get the question. So what's up with this? Because I've been doing so much computer stuff, like my hand gets, I don't know if it's carpal tunnel. I don't know what it is, but the pressure on this really helps since I've been doing so much. For sure, it's been helping with that. Yeah, List Perfectly. They have different levels of membership, but I think on all the levels you can have as many listings as you want. But then some of the features might change. There's so many features I can't even keep up though. There's a lot of really cool features and they're always putting new ones up too. So I'm always having to go in like, ooh, that's new. What's going on with that? And there's tutorials, which I'm like, I can figure it out. And then like, sometimes I can't. And some of them are like, thank God there's a tutorial there. I think that's it, but thank you so much for hanging out and let me know in the comments whatever you want, honestly. I'll read it all. And I will talk to you on the next video. Thanks for hanging out again. Bye, everybody.